broken everything. Man, why is it going so slow? Let's see what's going on here. Break everything. Maybe my music's a little about that though. If my music's too loud, just tell me, guys. I'll check on that in a second. Hopefully everything sounds good. Looks like I am a little bit... Guess I'm not... Let's see. Not processing it as fast as I want to process it. They're always breaking. I don't know when I'm gonna get a new pair, but I'll get a new pair eventually. Oh, can't do that. There it goes. I can hear it. Alright. How we doing, everybody? It's your host with the most, Joe Caffer Smelly. Let's see what my voice is doing today. Just gonna be going over some JavaScript. Maybe playing a game later. Whoa. That light did not like that. My coffee's cold already. Never a good day when your coffee's cold already. A little bit of purple light, add to the ambience of my beautifulness. About 32 decibels, that's about good. Yeah, I'll turn it down just a little bit. About half that. That way you guys can kind of hear my voice over the music just a little bit. If it's still too loud, just tell me, guys. touch my cable. Very good, very good. All right, everybody, how we doing? All right, let's continue on with the back-end engineering. I know we're getting slow here. We're only still at 17% here. We'll continue the learning. All right, we're gonna go back one. All right, so what we're gonna be going over is the DOM, the document object model here. So the document object model represents the model on which the document organizes the elements on the browser. Okay, and it's by a hierarchy type of model, a tree type of model, where you have parent nodes, you know what I'm saying, that lead into children's and their children, and so forth and stuff like that, and their children's nodes. All right. So what we're going to be going over is how to access these objects in this document. All right. So the document object model, abbreviated the DOM, is a powerful tree-like structure that is organized, that organizes the elements on the web page and allows scripting languages to access them. This lesson will focus on some of the most powerful, some of the most useful methods of the DOM interface. So, if you go to MDM web docs here, it gives you, gives you a more in-depth explanation of the document object model here. Connects to the web page to script, to scripts or programming languages by representing the structure of a document, such as HTML representing the web page. In memory, usually it refers to JavaScript, even though modeling HTML, SVG, or XML documents as an objects are not part of the core JavaScript language. The DOM represents a document with a logical tree. Each branch of the tree ends in a node. All right, a node represents a branch that has data in it, and each node contains an object. Okay, DOM models allows programmatic access to the tree. With them, you can change the document structure, style, or content. Nodes can also have event handlers attached to them. Once an event is triggered, the event handler can be executed. To learn more about the DOM, some of the DOM's interfaces here. So we got document. That's one of the ones that we're going to be probably using a lot. Yeah, maybe this one right now. We're going to use document. The document interface represents any web page loaded in the browser and serves as an entry point into the web page content with the DOM tree. The DOM's tree includes elements such as body, table, and many others. Provides functionality globally to the document, like how to attain a page's URL and create new elements in the document. All right. So the document interface describes the common properties and methods of any kind of document, depending on the document type. HTML, XML, SVG. A larger API is available. HTML document served within the text HTML content type, also implemented to the. So there's another one. So there's the HTML document. For several reasons, Windows window objects have a window HTML document property whose value is document interface. So you can think of HTML document as an alias for document. Define documentation. That's just for that, but we're just going to be focused on document right now. All right, so we have a constructor here. So we have document, creates a new document. Instance properties here. So we have document returns the body or frame set of the current document. Returns the character set being used by the document. Children returns the document. Yep. And then we're going to be looking for let's go. These are all instance methods. So these are some of the methods that returns get element by ID, get element by class name, by tag name. So we have a couple of these. These are methods, instance methods. Okay. All right. We'll see how. Let's go back to this. All right. First thing, the document object in the JavaScript is the door to the DOM structure. The document object allows us to access the root node of the DOM tree before you can access the specific element in the page. First, you must access the document structure itself. The document object allows scripts to access children of the DOM as properties. For example, if you want to access the body element for your script, you can access it. You can access its properties of the document object by using the document properties. So, yeah. So again, the document property represents the document property represents the node of the current document, right? So similarly, you can access the title element with the title property. Here's a commit of all the properties. So this is what we just had open right there. So this is what we can pretty much access. Yeah. Returns the number of children elements in the current document. Remember to vote tomorrow, everybody. Yeah. Put a hammer through my hand. Let me see if I can get it to my camera. Put a hammer right through my hand the other day. The claw of it. Beep. Went right through the wood and everything. Peeled it. Well, it went right through it. It's actually healing really, really good, though. It's bruised but sore. But it feels okay. What was I going to do? Yeah. So if... do I still know how to do Emacs? So say we had come over here. Say, it's not working. Right, we come over here and document child element count. So we got another div. I forgot how to do my Emacs. Oh, I didn't. I still remember. That's about the. I'm still only doing one. Huh? This is one off the document. So what if we say? Okay. This should produce so this should be 2-in-1, right? Yeah, 2-in-1. So if we add another one here, should change it to 2, right? 2-in-2. 2-in-2 now. All right, so just some stuff to just think about when we're accessing. So this is just what we're going to be messing around with today. Accessing the document properties here off of the HTML. Now, if you're not familiar with CodePen, everything's already linked. Everything you see here is already linked, so you don't need to add no link tags or nothing like that. But you still have to write the right code to access the HTML document correctly too. All right. So similarly, you can access the. So say if we did have a title. So yeah, we can pin this. Save. Save that. That's a good one for me. Alright. Yeah. What's it? Document. So document title. Turns the element that is the root. There's a lot you can do with just that. Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot there. Alright. The diagram to the right illustrates the document. Keyboard points to the root node. Document object model, document body, and the document had property access, though you were directly accessing. Click here, next. Standard tweak an element. Okay. When using the DOM in your script to access a HTML element, whether let me look up Emacs. Emacs. What is it? There it is, minutes. There it is. There's Emmett's, guys. I gotta pin this. Did I download the cheat sheet as well? There's a little cheat sheet right there for y'all. Y'all Emmett's cheat sheet. For your viewing pleasure. All right, so the plus sign, the climb ups. Sorry, I like looking at this. So the reason why I wanted to just look at emits real quick is because how cool it is. It makes just writing code that much easier sometimes. So yeah, so if we were to do something like this, if p 5 plus pc plus p, and we did something like this. That's how we do it. So if I want to do that. So that's what's cool about emits is you can write things real fast with emits. Like if we want to do a list, say, yeah, right, just do whatever list, right? 25 items, just like that. That way we don't have to mess with things, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. Then if we wanted to do this too, like say, yeah. So say div, we could say, yeah, list, and then and we could say one. We could say you know what that is? So, and then say we can do let's get back to Codecademy where we were. I gotta get up to Massachusetts today sometime. Alright, when using the DOM in your script to access inner HTML elements, whether it's the LI element or an entire body element, you also have access to all that element's properties, okay, including the ability to modify the contents of the element as well as its attributes and properties, which can range from modifying text inside of a P element to assigning a new background color to the div. For example, the inner HTML property allows you to access and set contents of an element. Let's take a look at how we can reassign the contents of the body element to text. The cats love the dog. So document.body, again, we're accessing the document, we're accessing the body of the document, and then the inner HTML of that. All right. The inner HTML property also adds in any valid HTML element. The following example replaces the contents of the body element and assigns an H2 element as a child inside the they rewrote right there. Reassigns a H2 element inside of the body element. Okay. All right. Use the inner HTML property to modify the contents of the body element to display a H1 header with this text. If I spelled right. Alright, I have to spell right. Alright, so you see how that worked? And we can reflect something like that too over here. Let me delete this because this did not work at all. This down. I can do same thing there. So what we've done is we've pretty much replaced all of our text with accessing the document, the body, all right, and then the inner HTML. All right, so the HTML loads HTML, again, depending on where the script is, it depends on what loads first. Sometimes the script can load first and then this can be replaced on top of it. But what this is showing here is the HTML loads first and then the document, and then the script is loading on top of that, replacing all the other HTML with this now. Alright. Alright, in the previous exercise, we've accessed the body element with the document keyword. What if we wanted to select specific elements besides the entire body? The interface allows us to access specific elements with the CSS selected. CSS selected to define the elements to which as the set CSS rules apply. But we can also use the same selectors to access the DOM elements with JavaScript. Selectors can include the tag name, a class, or an ID, a tag, a class, an ID. Okay. The query selector method allows us to use specific CSS selectors as strings to return the first element that matches the selector. That selector, the following code will return the first paragraph in the document. Along with the query selector, JavaScript has more targeted methods that select elements based on their class ID and tag names. For example, if you want to access an element directly by its ID, you can use the app name get element by ID method. In this example, we selected the bio and set it to HTML with the text. Notice that the ID is passed in as a string. Yeah, so the ID is passed in as a string. All right, wrapped in quotation marks. There's also a get class by element name and get by tag name, and returns an array of elements instead of just one element. Okay. You can. Oh, okay. So you can use bracket notations. So if I was to do that, to equal document dot and it says I can access it with using brackets, right? So if I say list one should have 25. Very good now. Very good, sir. Very good. Okay, so that's how you access that. You access it through an array. Well, there you go. So if I want to do this, this should be item one. Change that. Big bottoms. Big bottoms. Big bottoms. So okay, let's try this one. We're curious. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later.